Look at this weird hand developing here. These guys. Did this guy donk the turn, get raised, and then click? Ladies and gentlemen, I don't really know what's going on, but I hope 300 Chef's got Jack 10 here. I don't like the time bank. What an interesting spot. Flacker says, man, our normal spin's long. They are long, aren't they? God, they take for ages. God, we just want to get through them. Happily, this one's not going to take that long. So this is a nice quick one. I'm disappointed, by the way, we haven't got the purple background. We should have a nice purple background, but... Will Rodders just subscribed. Thank you very much for the subscription. He's been hanging around for 3 months. We appreciate it. I hope you're doing well, Will. Big love to you. Thank you very much. You got it. Happy days. Alright, top pair. I think this is a spot you want to size up. I think you're supposed to pot this, to be honest. It's funny, we talked about this hand a lot. I'm pretty sure it's a pot on this kind of dynamic board. It may even be a check, but with the king of spades, I think we just want to go broke with this hand on a flop. Or protection. I mean, that's the thing. Any card above 7 has tons of equity, so I think it makes sense there. Bluffs you have there? You do have some bluffs there, of course. We just don't bet that flop very much, and so when we do want to bet that flop, we want to use a bigger sizing. Yeah. Played as many minutes as him in the Euros too, so yeah. Devoy Nikki says, what day is this WSOP 4-day spin event? So that's a fair question. We're going to start with a call. It's a turn that's good for us. We do have some donking here, but... Oop, almost misclicked. So I'm using a lot more mouse than I normally do. Normally I'm pretty big on the buttons. I mean, we have definitely heart advantage here, so I think we do want to just probably bet close to range. I think 3 big blinds is probably going to be absolutely fine. Like, we are, maybe even shoving that is probably correct, to be honest. But, like, probably from a theory point of view, maybe we want to have a shove fold range there, because we just have the nut advantage as well. So we have the flush advantage, the nut advantage, like everything in our thing, but yeah. You know, we're going to start with a check, ladies and gentlemen. Start with a check. Those of you who are playing the Texas Tom drinking game, have a little drink, yeah. Okay, 7-5, 10-4. We get a check. I don't think it makes sense to delay here. I think we'll start with a check. Our opponent can certainly have a hand like 4-6, 4-8. 6 is probably going to interact quite well with their range. We have some 8x in our range. We'd have maybe a hand like 5-8. A hand like 7-8, although we'd probably delay it. So I think we just have to fold here. He does have some like Jack-2 or something. What we do want to raise here, we'd probably want to raise maybe something like 4-9. I think would make sense to maybe raise that. That's probably what I'd lean towards. But yeah, King Queen, we're just going to fold. Start with a check. Start with a check. Flop and a straight draw. Okay. Sometimes never folding. Ever raising? I don't think so. Jack comes. Helps us a little bit. Does uncap him. So he does still have ace king in his range, which he probably c-bets most of the time. Not 100% of ace king. But yeah. Obviously we can't fold. Interesting min sizing on the barrel. Trying to think of like what kind of hands would typically go into this min sizing. We're not folding, of course. And ace comes. So of the king x, what king x barrels? I don't know if too much king 10. Maybe. Is he taking a hand like 10-8 and then just trying to sort of get to the showdown? Ace 10. Nice hand, sir, nice hand. We're going to limp Queen Jack suit. Shorts guys in the house. Hi lads, been looking forward to this one. Good luck, Tommy. Thank you very much, Shorts guys. It's very nice of them. Hope they're doing well wherever they are. We're going to jam this versus the bigger sizing. We could definitely flat this, but I mean, I've made too many mistakes in the past flattening against bigger sizes, so I think, yeah, we're just going to jam. We could have flatted, of course. I mean, it's totally legitimate. It's just that in the back of my mind, I mistakenly... I'm going to limp jam this against this opponent. So we never played a hand blind v blind against before. It may go for an ISO at times. This hand feels pretty good to limp jam. Shout out to Eonamouse. Thank you very much for the follow, Eonamouse. We appreciate it and hope you're doing well. We're going to limp jam this in your honor. I was going to fold it, but Eonamouse is here, so now we're going to shove this and see what happens. Interesting 4x ISO sizing. Ooh, ace queen, nice hand, sir. Wonder if the ace queen is balanced with other hands or if it's just primarily ace queen. Seems decent. We'll try one more and then we may do a little ultra, is what we might try. Is England going to ship it? That is the question indeed, isn't it? Okay, we're going to check raise on this turn. Our man, three-handed, repping the 9. We're going to call. Expect a few ships, a few give-ups. Which would be the bluffs you'd want to continue with? I would guess non-diamonds, for example. Especially if you have the king of diamonds. That would be bad to interact with, I would assume. House is pretty good. That's going to work well. Nice hand, sir. Limp or raise both are fine. Would be, I think, a mixed. Quite like limp in a lot of these hands. I quite like limp calling with these hands. It's like nice to be able to over-represent on an ace run-out. And they've got decent playability. It's a weird noise. Lovely flop for us in terms of our check calling range. I think we're going to start firing. I like 2BBs. Mainly based on the strength of our limp calling range. In a nicer pot, this is fantastic. Ace 2, I'm sure, from a theory point of view, it's just going to be a bit bet. And we get it down. Nice. Okay. Howdy says, $500 spins like it's pennies, my goodness. You want to have that attitude, weirdly enough, though. If you take it too seriously, it's going to be more problematic. This is somewhat close. I think if you had a 5-2 of a club, I definitely want to take it, but this will be fine. The bluff face. The boy Nicky bluff face. That's the one. Yeah, but if you were to really, let's say, get anxious about, you know, shit, it's $1,500 and shit, think of all the money I could buy, it's not going to be sustainable to long-term success. You really got to try and adopt a process of being equally, let's say, equally focused no matter what the stakes, right? So whether this is a $500 spin or a $50 spin or a $10 spin, I'm typically thinking along similar lines in terms of the focus. It's what I try and do. I mean, I'm not saying that always get it right. We're going to check this again. I think we could check it down. We could turn this hand to a bluff. I mean, we don't have too much worse that wants to check down. I'm trying to think of like which king highs we'd probably want to take, because I think we'd have a lot of pairs here. I think a lot of our jack X would probably see bet or not. But he is just going to check full range here. Check. Okay. Let's just pretend there was something in the timings. Because I put him on 2 pair on that river. That's why I didn't bluff. Like, normally I'd think about potting or something, and I was like, nah, this guy's got 2 pair. I don't feel like it. He's got 2 pair, you know what I mean? It's 2 pair. Ooh, let's not press that button. Sig 5-1ers, we don't run the building, we own it. Senor Rancho Jose there. Big fan of making sure that we capitalize on becoming landed gentry, I think is what he's going towards. Hey, look, we got one of these opportunities to go for 14. It's 4.5 and a bit, but let's just do 4.5. Didn't work. Timing, ladies and gentlemen. It's all about the timing. It's a pretty, obviously, GTO 1/3 thing. Ace 9, Ace Jack at 10. I think we just jam this. I think like Ace Queen would trap, and then I think we just jam this. So I think one of the mistakes you'll see a lot of regs making is over trapping offsuit Ace X at lower stack depths. So certainly something to think about. Could ISO jam this, could check this. I think both are fine. We're going to be check folding on this flop though. Queen 10. 7 big blinds. We're going to jam. Queen 2 will be jamming if he limps. We'll be folding to a jam. Makes for a good ISO bluff shove. 3-2 off. Going to be an easy fold. 6-3 suited. I don't know. At 6.5, I'm not so sure about 6-3 suited, but it might be a little bit wide. Not sure. King 10 Queen, 12 big blinds. We again studied this spot today. Don't want to over limp stab this board. Very easy to do. You do want to use a big size on occasions. Going to start with another check here. Don't see any real need to bet. River and a 10, always good. We do chop with all other trips. Definitely think it makes sense to raise this. We do, I think, have a little bit of range advantage. Slight worry, I mean, 10-6, for example, could be there. It's obviously an option, but yeah, we get a fold, so fair enough. Interesting sizing choice as well. The 1.3. Where we had, previously, I think we faced, on the trip's turn, we faced an overbet. So, hard to say exactly what to make of that, but... Clash says, I'll give you 160 if Denmark win, you give me 80 if they draw or lose. Clash are looking to play his odds quite well there. 2-3 for all import, lovely spot to donk a little bit. We do get a donk, we get a nice sizing. Very well done, Ryan, I like a lot of it. He says in a slightly patronising way. Good job, mate, yeah. Alright, you could go for, let's say, 1/3 or something. I'm just going to shove. I think 7s, whatever. Okay, cool, backing check. That's looking good. Okay.